Gary Gordhamer, Managing Principal Consultant at Viscosity and Oracle ACE Pro, is talking about hybrid cloud technologies. Hi, Gary. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Were there any game-changing insights or innovative approaches in hybrid cloud technologies in particular that left a lasting impression on you this year?
Yeah, I think one of the largest announcements this year was the partnership between Oracle and Microsoft Azure. So you're really seeing kind of a synergy there of one of the leaders in technology, Oracle technology that's embedded in a lot of our business and high-end enterprise processes, and then one of the leaders in, I'll say market share. Just about everyone is using some type of Microsoft product, whether that's just for email or for security for identity management, or they're using it for reporting, et cetera, and even into ERPs and things. To see that kind of connection happening, I think that's a huge thing and a change. As customers in the past have had to make decisions about how, which cloud do they want to move to, where's their primary thing, and a lot of customers end up with Microsoft because their email, their Active Directory, their day-to-day office type work is in that cloud. And then how do you choose where to put some of the other things? So I think that's a big change in the market that's coming, and we're going to see more synergies there that make it easier for customers to make that leap and make it, not have to have kind of a splinter design that says, I have part of my environment in one cloud, part in another cloud, part on-prem. Just trying to make that process easier for future build-outs or future consolidation.
Implementing a hybrid cloud network appears to be a challenging task for organizations. Could you shed light on the reasons behind these challenges and share the key advantages for organizations leveraging Oracle solutions in this scenario?
Yeah, so one of the big things with hybrid cloud networking is you really have kind of islands of connectivity, right? You have, you put a system in one cloud and you're trying to get data from there to another cloud or get your users access to it. Not everything you want to really go over the internet. That's kind of a security challenge because that's kind of the default is just put everything on the internet, and that's probably not what you want to do with some of your critical business systems. So the challenge then becomes building your own network that connects all of these cloud providers, possibly needing some very expensive or large connectivity options through co-location sites or through telecommunications equipment, et cetera. So, I think it's really important on some of those that, to have a large kind of forward-looking design, an idea of how your business is going to do that work. Part of in my talk, I kind of talk about, if you have a large on-premise and maybe you have a large internet connectivity there, you're bringing a lot of your platform as a service, Salesforce, Fusion, ERP, et cetera, through that. If you're going to then move some of your things like reporting into Azure Cloud, do you really continue to use your on-prem internet gateway, or do you start to look at extending some of that into the cloud type access that you can have interfaces from your reporting to, Workday, et cetera, from the cloud instead of having to go through that backline pipe. And so really having that kind of vision of knowing where the data is flowing and what aspects you need to set up to make it flow correctly and affordably. Each of those pipes, unfortunately, is a cost, right? Each data byte you move costs money. So it's definitely something to watch for.
And how much does it cost for companies to switch to a hybrid cloud network for their Oracle setup? And also, let's talk about managing data in this context. How does it differ in a hybrid cloud network compared to traditional setups?
Yeah, so it can be very expensive if you're not watching. When you have different groups within the organization, maybe setting up or responsible for each of those clouds, and then they're building their own connectivity, and then they have their own cost, right? And so that kind of splintered approach tends to lead to overruns, right? You have one group only concerned about maybe sales, you have one group concerned about manufacturing, you have one group concerned about core office features like mail, et cetera. And then you're not working together, right? And so then you end up with multiple network connections. Each connection has its own cost, right, for that bandwidth in the pipe you're moving. And now you need to share some of that data, for reporting, maybe for HR purposes, et cetera. You need to be able to access all of that. And now it becomes very difficult. So it's really important that you start having those conversations across teams, that you have some kind of centralized idea and design around how you're going to move that data. Otherwise, you really end up with islands, of connectivity, islands of cost, and there's no way even then at the corporate level to have a good vision or view of how much are you spending, right? You have departments spending money individually and you're not watching that. So really, it's kind of a multi-step problem, some of it is just administration and ownership and making sure you're good custodians of where you have connectivity and where you have costs. And then the other side of it is making sure you have a good design and a plan that's not just working towards everyone doing the same thing, but also secure and cost-effective, things like that.
Thank you, Gary, for sharing your insights into hybrid cloud technologies. It's been a pleasure having you with us today.
Thank you very much.